ladies started off with kind of like our new rival that's about to be an old rival, I guess, Dixie State, since they're going D1 next year, even though their coach said they'll still play us. So that's a big match for the women. It's a chance to get back to 500 Division II record, which is huge, and then hopefully follow that up with a good victory over Colorado College Division III school. So always nice to play them, and then that kind of leads us into next week's ITA tournament. So I think it'll be a good weekend. The men only have one match Saturday, I think at 9 a.m. So it'll be good for them to, get some competition before they go after their ITA as well.
Yeah, you bring up the ITAs going out to California this year for the West ITAs. Just a quick little preview about that, kind of looking ahead.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, Dave. Such good competition. Not that the South Central is not good competition. I think every sport, every region's tough. But it will be a little different for us. Again, going down at low altitude. It is a little bit closer, so hopefully we don't complain about the bus ride. So that's one thing that's nice about it. That's kind of what the ITA, they actually, if you submit a form, if you want to go closer to you can play out a region. And for us, looking to join the Pac West. Is that right? Is that the name of that conference? Mm-hmm. After this year, so it's a good way for us to make inroads with those coaches and to see what's out there in the competition wise. The teams out there, Azusa Pacifics, the Hawaii Pacifics, Sonoma State, they're all tough, just like they are in the South Central. So great opportunity, I think, for players like Kristen Kirby. Basically, we'll be taking the top 6 men, top 6 women. So it'll be a great opportunity for those kids to kind of get some individual accolades. Is kind of what that tournament's mostly about for singles and doubles.
Questions?
First off, just being back here, we've talked in the past about having some sort of advantage on the warmer side here. Can you just talk about how nice it's going to be to host something and be here at home?
Well, yeah, it's kind of nice that way. I don't have to text these guys pictures of my scorebook to Chris and Patty. Well, I guess I still will. But you're exactly right. Being at home, you're sleeping in your own bed. Don't got to be in a long bus ride. They have to come to us. So, and the weather here, I think it's starting to cool off a little bit. Wouldn't bug me if it got back in the mid-90s, but it is an advantage playing at home. It's our courts. Every tennis court is a little bit different, so our players know our courts are what you call semi-fast. So it favors us, and hopefully we get some good support. Nice for the community to come out and see the tennis teams. I think most of the other teams are away, but I could be wrong. I think Western State's soccer team is for some reason is here. But anyways, it's a great chance for the community and people to come out and support CMU tennis.
So Carolina, you're playing an awful lot more now, and as a local kid, you get to play on the courts that you've been playing on since you were, that big, maybe? What has this year kind of taught you?
This being my senior season, I've been on the team the past 3 years, and even though not starting every year, that's when you learn the practices, the match play, your experience. Even though you're not playing, you're still gaining a lot of experience. And with these being our home courts, it's a lot of fun to be able to have your friends come out and watch and your family come support you and be there. So that's been exciting.
And the guys are just, looks like getting better every single week.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. I think we always had a really good chemistry out of the courts, and we've been able to bring that inside the court. I feel like that's the main factor. Like, we're really good friends, boys and girls, and I think this semester the big difference was being able to bring that inside the court. So we had a pretty good last weekend in Pueblo, really good duos, and then we're pretty excited for Colorado College. And again, the fact that we're playing home just brings us one extra factor to bring all the energy to feel home and to have all the friends supporting us, and we just love it. I think.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you're scrambling to find enough teams, especially for the guys, with so many schools dropping the sport. And it's even a bigger challenge. Obviously the Pac West, California is going to be more conducive probably.
Yeah, Patty, that's an excellent point. But even going Pac West, they have, I think in that region there's 15 or 16 women's teams if they add us, and there'll only be 10 men's teams when they add us. So it's still, I think I said this a couple weeks ago, the sports that get cut usually are men's tennis and men's wrestling for some reason. Not that people have anything against those sports, but anyways, but you're exactly right. It is will be a little, I think 1 or 2 more teams on the men's side, region-wise. And then maybe Thiago's family will send us enough money and we can go to Hawaii one year. So I think Thiago hit on some great points there about, and especially these South Americans, they're so passionate about their sports. I know in America we're crazy for our sports, but it seems like there's a lot of South Americans on our campus these days, and I think they come by and support the tennis and the soccer and those sports that draw international players. And so it's, for me, it's kind of interesting to talk to them and just, how did you get here? How did you get, people always ask me that, how'd you find this guy? And I used to kid years ago with the old ADs, well, they send me down there. I get to go on recruiting trips. Which they don't. Everyone's like, what? I'm like, no, it's called YouTube video. It's called emailing. So, yeah, it will be nice to, like I see Thiago and Carolina hit on some really good points. Just the home atmosphere. Other coaches always say to me they love it when there's a lacrosse game going or a soccer game. It's vibrant. It's nice to see on college campuses how they keep the athletic fields close to each other and other sports are playing. And it just makes these young people, I think, they enjoy it a lot more. A lot of people are like, wow, I went to a tennis match and it was loud. I'm like, yeah, it's not all country club sports. We're not all country club people. We also, anyway, so I think it does add a nice, all the coaches that come here really like to come here. They're just like, I wish you could get a few more teams to come here, Dan, besides Colorado Mesa. So that's always a logistic nightmare for tennis is you don't go play a triple header against School of Mines in baseball and tennis. You don't do those type of things, which some people don't get. I'm like, well, you don't play the same team 3 times in a row. So tennis, you like to bring teams together and play different competitions. So it'll be a really fun weekend.
Is it, as tennis has grown up as shh, you gotta be really quiet. And then all of a sudden, soccer goes nuts and the music's blaring and people are screaming. Does that bother you guys at all? Are you used to it from practice or?
I love it. Like I don't. Yeah.
Team
like,
tennis?
No, yeah, doing tennis. Like I don't mind like people being loud on the outside. I think that just like adds energy, and I really think that even with pro tennis, this is changing a little bit. I think like we just had last week in the Labor Cup, and this is a different atmosphere. Like the crowd is way louder, and I think people like that. And I think that tennis kind of needs that to be more entertaining. And I think that this is one of the reasons why sometimes a college duo can be even more entertaining than a pro duo, just because people are able to be loud, you have teammates. So I think this just adds to tennis. I don't think this bothers at all. Like I love when there is a soccer game going on at the same time. It's all like the music's loud and all the time. It's pretty cool.
I agree with Thiago going off of that. When there are a lot of people there supporting you, you just get more hyped. You have a long point, you have a really good rally, and you win it, and everyone's yelling, they're screaming. It doesn't affect you in a way like you just get pumped. You're not mad like shh, like you have to stay quiet like you're taught, but the hype really like gets inside you and like it fuels your fire to keep fighting and to like show like be proud of like what you do. And I think that goes into the college setting where your teams are playing each other. When you see your teammates behind you at the fence and in your corner, it makes you want to fight not only for yourself but for them and your school.